Captain America versus Kraven the Hunter. Kraven is out now, and while he's less a hunter of animals and more a hunter of man. So what about throwing him up against the best guy out there, the one guy at peak human potential, Captain America? Who wins this fight? Well, let's break it down. Born in Brooklyn, Steve Rogers was the son of a World War I veteran. Growing up, he was sickly, weak, physically unimpressive, but he still persevered and tried to do the right thing even if it meant he was going to get punched in the face. He tried multiple times to get into the military to fight in World War II, all because he couldn't stand others fighting while he just did nothing. Seeing his inner goodness, Dr. Abraham Erskine chose him to receive the Super Soldier Serum, believing that he would do the right thing and wouldn't be corrupted by it. Transformed into Captain America, Steve Rogers fights for freedom and what he believes is right, all while becoming the leader of the Avengers and the first superhero. Thanks to the Super Soldier Serum, Captain America became the pinnacle of all human potential, literally the perfect specimen, and arguably the strongest and toughest a guy can be. He's more than strong enough to consistently clown on people and one-shot them throughout fights, literally just tossing them around with ease and throwing them across the room with just one hand. Seriously, stuff like this isn't hard for him at all. It's just light work. And it's not just that Steve is strong enough to easily knock people out. He's strong enough to pick up a motorcycle or pick up another motorcycle and proceed to chuck it at a Jeep, then absolutely destroy that Jeep. He's even held back a helicopter before with just his pure biceps. Captain America is ridiculously strong, and he's been able to use this strength to fight against some pretty strong opponents throughout the MCU. I mean, even outside of other super soldiers like Black Panther or Winter Soldier, well, Cap has fought against Spider-Man and Iron Man and Corvus Glaive. He even kinda held back against Thanos for a second there. So yeah, Captain America is very, very strong. He's also very, very tough. I mean, Cap knows how to take a punch, and he'll take a beating and still be incredibly inspiring and heroic while he's doing it. He survived massive multi-story, just big old falls, and airdropped down from an airplane without a parachute. And Steve was even fine after being hit with a grenade blast, being blasted off a bridge, bouncing off a car, flying into a bus, then being in a car crash. The man is just pretty much impossible to put down. Through sheer will and determination, he'll keep on picking himself up and keep on fighting, even if he's the last man standing. He's taken repeated punches and attacks from the likes of Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, Iron Man, even attacks from Thanos. He's just going to keep on coming back no matter what. That's not even mentioning his shield. It can easily block bullets, block explosions, protect him from all sorts of attacks. It's virtually indestructible. I mean, not entirely indestructible. Thanos proved that. But Cap was still able to completely no-sell an attack from Thor with it. And Steve isn't just a super soldier, like he's not just super strong or super tough. Dude's also an absolutely amazing fighter. Arguably one of the best, if not the best, fighter in the MCU. Cap's been able to take down an elevator filled of Hydra agents, easily beat multiple people at once, clear whole rooms by himself, and actually routinely one-shots opponents. He's fought against plenty of skilled fighters before too. It's not just nameless thugs and goons. He's actually routinely fought against both powerful and skilled opponents, going up against Winter Soldier and Iron Man and Black Panther and all sorts of people. Then again, there's his shield. He is an expert at using it in a fight, and is just incredibly dangerous and effective with it. He's been able to ricochet the shield off of pretty much anything, can hit multiple people at the same time, and no matter how Steve throws it, the shield always seems to find its way back to him. It also just packs a punch, seeing how it's able to get stuck in Ultron's body, bust through Iron Man's armor, and even sort of stagger Thanos. Sergei Kravenov is the son of notorious Russian crime boss Nikolai Kravenov, and all Nikolai wanted for his son was to be a ruthless hunter and killer, take over the family business, become a legend. And that's kinda what happened, just not in the way anyone thought. Sergei went on a hunting trip with his father when he was brutally attacked by a massive lion. In order to save his life, he was given a special serum that had mystical properties. It not only saved his life, but granted him incredible superhuman strength, speed, and durability, and a powerful connection with the animal world. Now, instead of hunting animals, Sergei has dedicated his life to hunting down every evil man he can find, becoming Kraven the Hunter. Thanks to that mystical serum, and probably a drop or two of lion's blood, Kraven became superhuman in pretty much every single way. He's incredibly strong, able to easily and casually overpower grown men, throw them around with his punches and kicks, and kill them with just one move. He's strong enough to punch through bulletproof glass, rip metal with his bare hands. He's been able to send cars into car crashes or cause them to spin out just by running into them. Kraven even pulled off his own helicopter feat. Basically, just like Captain America, he was able to hold back a helicopter and prevent it from taking off just by his own brute strength. Yeah, he's very strong. He's also very tough. In fact, so much so that nothing is really able to put him down. I mean, he's basically been hit by speeding cars and been just fine. He was hit by a buoy while being pulled by a helicopter. Literally just bounced off A-OK. Kraven has even gotten himself into some serious mess before, like jumping out of a monastery hundreds of feet on the side of a mountain in order to avoid a missile. When he crash landed on the ground, well, he was just fine. And then when another missile sent tons of rubble and rock falling down on top of him, well, Kraven wasn't killed and got up with barely a scratch on him. Then, of course, there's his fight against the Rhino. And even though this version of the Rhino was ultimately rather disappointing, he was pretty strong. Strong enough to pick up and throw around armored trucks and send them flying with his attacks and charges. And there's Kraven, able to take Rhino's punches and attacks and get the crap beat out of him, but continue getting back up and continue fighting. Kraven is also ridiculously fast, regularly able to basically run up walls, catch up with speeding cars, and outrun bullets. He's also incredibly agile, again, regularly able to dodge bullets. Just the way he fights is incredibly agile and animalistic. He's a skilled and aggressive fighter. He'll use bladed weapons or basically anything he can get his hands on, and he's trained himself to become an expert with all of them. Basically anything in Kraven's hands is a weapon, and that combined with his incredible power and agility, well, he truly is the greatest hunter on the planet. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, these two guys are surprisingly well matched. Definite superhumans and two expert fighters. Their fighting styles are very different. Captain America is probably more technically skilled, but he's not trained to kill like Kraven is. Captain America at his core is a soldier and he fights like it. Kraven's more of a killer and a hunter than actually a fighter. He's not trying to just beat his opponent, he's trying to kill them. So every move he makes is to all end the fight as quickly and brutally as possible. It's also really hard to say which one is more physically powerful, but is it possible that it's actually Kraven? I know, it might sound crazy. Cap has long been a staple of just being stupid powerful in the MCU, but Kraven had some really impressive showings. Like he can do basically everything that Steve has done when it comes to strength. He literally just recreated Captain America's helicopter feat. Captain America is incredibly durable and has taken a whole lot of impressive attacks. But is it too much of a stretch to say that Kraven surviving the attack on the monastery unscathed is more impressive? And while Cap has taken attacks from Thanos, and Thanos is definitely stronger than Rhino, Kraven managed to just shrug off his attacks from Rhino. Lastly, sure, Captain America can block bullets, but Kraven is out there basically just bullet timing throughout the whole movie. Think that speed element might just seal the deal here. Kraven might just hold the physical edge over Captain America. Problem for Sergey here is that just like in the comics, even if he holds the physical edge, Captain America has him way outclassed when it comes to skill and experience. Kraven has never really fought against someone on his same skill level, and he's never really fought against someone who's got powers like him. Captain America has ample experience doing both. Like, what really separates Kraven from someone like Winter Soldier, or Spider-Man, or Black Panther, all of whom Captain America has been able to fight against? Or if you want to up the ante a little bit, what about Iron Man, or even Ultron? Cap has been able to fight against both of them. He chucked Ultron clean through a highway pillar and pierced his bulletproof titanium shell with his shield. And Steve straight up beat Tony in their fight, with a little help from Bucky, of course. Kraven really isn't anything too different from what Captain America faces on a daily basis. And while you can say that he's going for the kill, well, so was Winter Soldier the first time they met. Steve managed to do just fine. Meanwhile, Captain America has a whole lot more skill than Kraven, pretty much the perfect weapon in his shield, and a whole lot more experience fighting against superhuman opponents. It's kinda tough to say that Kraven's physical edge is enough to surpass all that. It will be a close fight, but ultimately, well, I gotta give it to the first Avenger. Captain America wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.